So I forgot to say my thoughts for the Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I enjoyed myself. It was a lot of fun. In fact, I enjoyed myself a lot more with the Rift Apart than I did with Ratchet and Clank the remake. And I wanted to start with the remake because that was the first game in the series, and maybe I'll check out the other games at a later point. But I thought the remake would kind of bring it up to the more recent games in the series, and it still felt a little archaic, which was weird, and I really did not feel myself wanting to 100% it, or like platinum it. And it was weird, right? But now playing Rift Apart, oh my god, that game is stellar. It was just fun and addictive, and I wanted to come back to it time and time and time and time again. And unfortunately, very hard for me to say my complete thoughts just because it took me a few months to get back to the game, and I kind of rushed it towards the end. But I would say that the only thing bad about it was the pacing was a little strange. Um, and so there was sometimes where planets, or going to each planet, was some were like way too short. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if the game was like a little bit longer. Um, and so yeah, but otherwise, I love the different combat styles. I love the story. I love the creativity with the Rift Apart. I know they can make a sequel and do so much more with that creatively. I'm not just talking about the dimension hopping. I'm talking about the because like all they had were those secret areas that loaded in like that. So I would love more creativity on that front. And all of the weapons were actually, except for that one where you threw it up and the things kind of came down like that. I hated that weapon, but otherwise all the weapons were really good and really engaging, and that's what I really enjoyed about that game. Is that the first game I didn't really like all of the weapons, but I was able to get used to all the weapons, and it made me want to like continue, or to level them up, and I didn't want to do that with the first game. With this game I want to do it a lot more. So music unfortunately didn't really stand out to me. It was fine, but like I didn't catch myself like humming to the music. Nothing really like stuck out to me in any way. So there's that. So combat was good, gameplay was fun and engaging. I loved collecting everything. And then of course finally, um the like the what is it? Yeah, so gameplay, music, story was interesting. I love that there was kind of like a successful emperor, nefarious, but unfortunately, as much it is very self-contained, part of me thinks that they wanted you to play the remake before playing this game, and also part of me, because it was like almost like a soft reboot for the franchise, but there was like a reference at the very end to a game that I had not played, of a character that didn't show up at all in Rift Apart, and so maybe you would appreciate the story a little bit more if you played the older games, maybe. But other than that, the game was pretty fantastic. I don't remember if we're getting a score, but I would give it like a good 7 out of 10. And honestly, I'm clamoring for more. So if you guys want to see me play the other Ratchet and Clank games, let me know in the comments down below. If I'm begging for Sony to release another Ratchet and Clank in the same style, maybe even like a direct sequel to it. So that would be amazing as well.